Read another little thing from Chicken Soup for the Soul. As I said, a wonderful little book. It's outdated somewhat, but there are still great things in it. And this one is called All I Ever Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Anybody in kindergarten here? You were in kindergarten for 30 years. You probably wrote this. You taught the one grade for 30 years? God bless you.
You started out in second grade, but got demoted.
You know, tying shoes, before Velcro. I don't even know if they're allowed to wear Velcro or not, but that made things a little easier.
Beginning of the year, she always said, I can't believe what they don't know.
So this is by Robert Fulghum, and he had a book called this. Most of what I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate mountain, but there in the sandbox of nursery school. That's where wisdom was gained. Just because we have degrees after our names and stuff, that doesn't mean we know anything about living. Amen?
Amen.
But what we learn when we're young and if we live that right. These are the things that I learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Does this sound like at home too? Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat, and wash them a lot now. Flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. This one he wrote just for me. Take a nap every afternoon. Do any of you remember taking naps when you were either kindergarten or first grade or whenever? You'd have a little rug you took. When I was in kindergarten, we went half day in the morning for the first part of the year, and then half day in the afternoon, the second part of the year, to try to get a feel for things. It was kind of easing us into school. Now I think we just go every day. Boom. Might be every other day, but you go for a full day very often. That's a lot for a kid. In fact, preschool sometimes are like 6:30 in the morning till 5 at night because your parents are working. When you go out into the world, watch for traffic. Hold hands and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the plastic cup? The roots go down and the plant goes up, and nobody really knows how or why, but we're all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even the little seed in the plastic cup, they all die, and so do we. And then remember the book about Dick and Jane, and the first word you learned, the biggest word of all, look. Remember the Dick and Jane books? You probably don't have them anymore. Everything you need to know is in there somewhere. The golden rule, love, basic sanitation, ecology, politics, sane living. We all learn them in kindergarten. Think of what a better world it would be if we all had cookies and milk about 3 o'clock every afternoon, and then lay down with our black blankets for a nap. Or if we had a basic polity in our nations to always put things back where we found them and cleaned up our own messes. And it's still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it's better if you hold hands and stick together. I just love it.